Hey folks, this is Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is going to be my video on you can't fight authority directly and win. And this comes about because ex-paintballer 10X was having problems with his teacher, which he had previously I gave him some advice on, which I think was in the video Domineering Teachers. And here's a basic lowdown on what happened. He took my advice, trying to be more respectful in class, not do this and that, and the teacher gave an assignment that didn't have enough time to do. Nobody really had enough time, and I'm not for sure if I got the whole gist of it, but basically, she winds up calling him stupid, and that's when he just blows up and he says "fuck you" or something like that to her, and obviously you're not going to win that situation fighting authority directly, so he's been expelled for a couple of days, and he's trying to figure out how to handle this situation. And here's what it comes down to. Oh, and before I get so here's what it comes down to. You cannot fight authority directly. It doesn't matter if it's school or out in life, the police. So here's how he should have handled the situation. Okay, teacher calls you dumb. Obviously, that's not acceptable for a teacher to call a student dumb. The teacher's there to help you grow as a human being and to teach you to learn, help you learn stuff so you can be productive as a human being in life. Obviously, that would not be supported by anybody, in authority. So what you've got to do, the first thing you have to realize when you're dealing with authority is the first person who gets emotional loses. It's another thing you need to always remember. You always need to fight from the moral authority. Do not lose the moral. If you're not in the right, there's no use fighting anyway. Just learn the lessons they're trying to teach you. Okay. So here's what he should have said. He's trying to do the right thing. He's got the moral authority going with him. She calls him dumb. He's got the moral authority with him. He should have remained quiet till the class is over and went directly to the principal and said, "Look, I'm in my class. My teacher don't like me, and I don't necessarily like her either. However, I'm doing my best to try to get along with her, and she called me dumb. I didn't blow up. I want something done." And if the principal should take responsibility and deal with the teacher appropriately. And if he doesn't, then that's when you got to go. After school, go talk to your parents to go find out what they want to do, and if and somebody should be doing something. I mean, and like I say, you can if the school won't listen to your parents and you still don't feel vindicated, then go get your lawyer. You know what I'm saying? You do not fight directly. I know it's the primitive instinct when somebody comes at you to come right back at them. With that is not going to do you well in society. You got to play by the rules. You got to fight civilized, if you will. So, okay. Well, this doesn't, like, again, it doesn't only apply to school. It applies everywhere. It applies on the street, which brings up a thought that I wanted to say. Another person's power over you is singular, really. And it really boils down to this simple. Another person has power over you when you're in the wrong. Another person has power over you. And if a person tries to exert power over you when you're not in the wrong, they don't have much power, which goes back to what Napoleon said. When the moral is to the physical as 3 is to 1, which says when you're in the right, you have 3 times the power you normally have. It doesn't mean you're going to win. It just means you have a lot of power. And I've noticed this a long time throughout my life that I never wanted to get in a fight unless I had the moral authority. But when I did have the moral authority, I mean, I'm a beast. You know what I'm saying? I let the demons out. So. But again, it's about growth. Focus on growth, and if somebody has wronged you in some way, and if, like say your teacher in this situation, don't try to kill them. Teach them the lesson that they need to learn. Don't go for the jugular vein. Again, your guiding principle is growth. I want this teacher to grow as a human being, and you're doing it to help yourself, and you're helping other students who she may have a natural angst towards. So. Let me just give some advice for people who like to fight with the police. And we see a lot of this with black people and cops having a lot of trouble with the cops. So this is basically going to be advice for black people and cops. You cannot fight with the cops, at least not directly. You're going to have to avoid the natural tendency to want to fight with them. If you feel like it's, if you feel like it's racial profiling, you got, again, the first one to lose control loses. You cannot fight that way, and you just got to sort of go along with it. And am I saying there's never a time to fight with the cops? No. Nazi Germany, obviously there's some extreme situations. However, under normal situations, you need to fight in the civilized way again. So let's just say you're a black person, you get pulled on, you feel like you're being, pushed around, they're treating you with disrespect. Let's say they call you the N-word. Just trying to incite you so they can hurt you in some way. Don't let it happen. Say, I'm going to fight. In your mind, say, I'm going to fight, but I'm going to do this smart. You let them say what they do, take the ticket or whatever, maybe them rough you up just a tad, but don't incite them, because you know what they're going to want to do. They're going to take it to the next level. So then as soon as they let go of you, either go, depends on how much abuse you took. Maybe you go to the police station, talk to them, or if it's really bad, then go get you a lawyer and then show up their door and go get papers in the mail. So again, the first person who loses emotional control loses again. So I mean, this brings up a little point that I wanted to tell the ex-paintballer 10X. I've been kind of clean to this one video a day thing, because I've been doing 3 or 4, which felt like too many, and getting a little negative on the other side. Or not negative, but just little indicators, hey man, it may be too many videos. So back off a little bit and went to doing the 1 video a day and getting indications, okay, that's too little, especially when somebody asks a question. So I think this is going to be my new routine, is I'm going to do 1 video a day, and if somebody has a question, as far as videos I'm going to do, that I want to do, I'm going to do 1 a day. And if somebody asks a question, I'll try to do an immediate response, or as immediate as as feasible. So I think that's going to be my new routine. And anyway, I think that's the way it goes. And again, you cannot fight with authority directly and win. Obviously, there's extreme situations where you can, and you have no choice, but you might die. But in typical situations, you're going to lose. Until the next video, later, folks.